Modern Dude Chat is brought to you by Beard Supply. BeardSupply.com. All natural beard care grooming products for your beard. Beard care for wildlife. Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Dude Chat podcast. We're your hosts, Cody and Chuck. Stick around, we got some magic for you.
On this episode of Modern Dude Chat, we're talking about quality rest, my messed up nose. We're going to give you the latest on the vaping pandemonium that's going on in the news right now. We got a new streaming service that was announced, and of course, we're getting you catch up on our sports and pick'ems. Stay tuned. This is Modern Dude Chat. Let's get it. Yo, 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 what is up, C. Murph?
What's up, Chuck? What's up, Chuck?
Just living that life. Just living that life.
Dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's take a moment.
Take a moment, reflect, get our bearings, just take a deep breath. This is our safe place. This is where we come to...
This is truly a safe place.
Woosa. Woosa.
This is where we bro out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this thing.
Oh, man. Chuck, how's it? First of all, I hope everybody's doing good out there. Chuck, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Doing good?
Yeah. Dude, I actually, believe it or not, because I don't know if we've discussed my sleep patterns here in the past or not, but I think both of us,
I'm aware.
We get the very minimal sleep possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm rocking usually about 5 or 6 hours a night.
Straight up, dude. I'm usually right around the 5-hour mark, if not.
Yes. I usually fall asleep about
terribly less, which is not good.
I usually fall asleep about midnight to 1, and then I wake up between 6 and 7.
Okay.
So 5, 6 hour mark.
Yeah.
So, but
hey, Gary V would be all over that. He'd give you a high five right now because he's like, you're not maximizing.
See, but here's the thing. I'm also not maximizing when I'm just laying up in bed watching YouTube videos for 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, so that's true. What?
It's not like I'm being productive with my time.
What kind of content are you consuming though? Does it add value ultimately, like down the road?
Best Family Guy scenes from Stewie.
Okay, maybe not.
Best moments from modern.
Dude, you really get down in the rabbit hole. Like
I do, dude.
You get far. I never get that deep.
It's like mind numbing. Like there's nothing educational. There's no added value to the crap I watch on YouTube.
Okay.
Other than I giggle like a little schoolgirl and it makes me laugh. I find joy in it. That's the benefit. I find joy in the crap I watch.
The giggles usually eventually just kind of put you to sleep.
Yeah, I just giggle myself to sleep.
That's good.
But I say that to say,
yeah, go ahead.
I had a down weekend, and like because of those sleep patterns, I tell my wife like every probably 2 or 3 weeks comes a day where I just go to bed at like 8, or I'm not a nap taker. I'll just crash in the middle of the day, and that happened not once but twice this weekend.
Oh heck yeah, dude!
So I was sitting around on Saturday, and we were starting a movie, and not 5 minutes in, my wife's like, "Hey." So what? She goes, "You're already starting to snore." I said,
"You're already gone."
No, I'm not. And then like 5 minutes later, I caught myself dozing off. So I didn't say a word. I just got up off the couch, walked to the bedroom. Next thing I know, it's 3.5 hours later.
Oh no!
And they just let me be, and it was great. Like I woke up fantastic.
Heck yeah!
So
dude, I took a solid nap this weekend too.
Did you?
Yeah,
man.
On a Sunday.
It was just there was nothing going
Sunday
on.
Nap.
Oh, dude, those are the best. Like when you doze off, like so. I said I took another one on Sunday at the end of the first football games. I dozed off for like 2 hours, and just sitting there in the recliner. Kids are nap time. Football's on. It's getting towards the end, and I just drift off into a blissful sleep in the recliner, and it's glorious.
I take that back. It was on Saturday. I keep flip-flopping.
Can you decide which day
It was Saturday. I'm trying to remember what I did this weekend.
Together, man.
Jeez Louise. It was Saturday. So ultimately took it pretty easy this weekend, right? Saturday we went out, we went to Home Depot. What does Will Ferrell say in that movie?
Have a nice little Saturday.
Yeah, nice little Saturday. Maybe what, Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah. I don't know if we'll have enough time.
I don't know if we'll have enough time. It was one of those days, you know?
Okay, good.
Really, we just went to Home Depot and Target. But so I have a fun little story here.
In addition to your nap?
In addition to my nap. So this is I took my nap after the fact. So we went to Home Depot, Target, picked up some stuff. And so when we were leaving Target, this person who should be shamed and shamed publicly, which...
Name, number, address, social security number,
yeah.
Twitter handle.
We walk out, and I guess I'll post the photo in the story or something on our Instagram. It was like the worst parking job I've ever seen in my entire life.
They parked like an idiot.
They almost blocked us in, honestly. And what's funny is there was a person walking in, and he stood behind. He noticed the terrible, awful parking job that the person did next to us. And he was like flagging me, like helping me back up so I could get out.
Oh my
but
God.
before I started backing up, I made sure I left a note on their car. Have you ever done that? Have you ever experienced like somebody parking so terrible that you're like, all right, I'm leaving a note. Like this person has to know.
Funny you said that. So one time when I was younger, I bought these at like a joke shop, like a prank shop.
Yeah.
It was fake parking tickets. They were yellow.
That's hilarious.
But on a description,
I need to do that.
But on a description, it's already typed up. It basically was a big long paragraph about how you're a terrible person. You need to go back to driving school. But it was a yellow slip of paper. You just slipped it in there.
Yeah.
And it was just a big long paragraph about how they suck at life and they have terrible parking. Those were awesome.
Yeah, I need to find those.
I've never wrote a personal note, but I have dropped a fake parking ticket on somebody before.
So I had to handwrite my personal note, and I basically put "your parking sucks" in big bold letters. Like I had a pen and paper, and I like went over all the letters in really dark ink, right, so that everybody in the parking lot could read it. And I just put, "Your parking sucks. Sincerely, the world," is what I put. I took a picture of it. I'll send it out.
Which is funny because when you told me that story, I told you that today, my friend at work drove her husband's truck, and she never drives the truck, so she can't park it, I guess.
Oh, God.
And someone left her a note that said, "You need to learn how to park. I reported you to security."
No way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Man, dude, parking will get some
went
folks...
as far as, like, reporting it to security.
Parking will get some folks triggered. That's what's up. They're serious
I got triggered hardcore. Like, I was so triggered, dude.
I do hate when people park because, like, I'm not a small guy.
Yeah.
Like, and... the gap you were left with, even your skinny ass
dude,
fit
it's
through
terrible. It was awful.
I would have been livid.
You know how mad we actually sat there after I backed out. I pulled around and we were like, you know what? Let's wait for this mofo to just walk out. Like I want to see who it is. I want to know who it is. I want to confront him, because it was just that awful.
Not saying a buggy wouldn't have accidentally hit their vehicle, but a buggy might have accidentally
Here's
hit their
the thing.
vehicle.
So this was a Hello Kitty type person. Like they had Hello Kitty all up in their car. And it was a van, actually.
I take the mic back. My buggy would have definitely
I know. I could have easily done it. And you know what? They wouldn't have even noticed or cared. So it was that type of person.
That's the worst.
It was that type of person. And
no respect.
I know. So
no courtesy
and no
disrespect
disrespect to like the Hello Kitty people out there, but like it was all over the place inside the vehicle. And so I literally we hung around for like 10 minutes after I backed out just to see if I could this person walk out and maybe be like, hey, in addition to me leaving a note on your windshield, I just want to let you know personally, your parking sucks.
Your parking?
That's what I wanted to do.
It's not fantastic. Dude.
But anyways, that happened. And then I went home and took a nap. Okay? Like a 2-hour nap.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well,
this weekend
and also,
was great.
so I mentioned that I snore, so I have been...
Yeah, back to that.
Yeah, I've been
Sorry.
No, you're good. it's been a whirlwind week. I'll just say that. And just on top of everything today, I had finally, after putting it off, if you listen, guys, if you snore, I'm bad at it.
Is this an ad?
And no, it's not an ad. I wish it was. Someone pay me. No, but go get checked out. Like legit. Like I have not been able to breathe through my nose in a long time. You probably pick it up on the podcast, honestly, that I breathe weird. I can't breathe through my nose most of the time, but it's not like I don't have like coughing up stuff or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So finally I went to go get checked out, and basically, long story short, my nose is useless. Like the inside of my nose is like so swollen, and my septum is so crooked, like it's blocked all the way through, and like my nose has no use.
Crazy.
So
For how long?
It's been like I told the doctor today, I don't remember the last time I could breathe clearly and cleanly through my nose.
Crazy.
Like it's been easily a decade.
Wow.
If not longer, that I've been, and it's just gotten
Really?
worse. And I found out why it's gotten worse, because the inside of my nose is slowly swollen and gotten worse and worse. So now it's to the point where it's bad.
Dang,
and so
man.
I'm noticing it a lot more. So it's one of those things like just back in my mind I've dealt with.
Yeah.
And finally it got to because it's a couple weeks ago. It felt like someone had inflated a balloon in my face.
Yeah.
And it hurt for like 2 days. Like the inside of my face felt bruised for 2 days.
Jeez.
So I was like, this is ridiculous. So come to find out, looked at my nose and it's all jacked up and pretty much useless. So yeah, I'm actually very excited.
You're shooting for surgery?
I'm hoping for it.
Yeah.
Like we're going to try some medicine. He doesn't think it's going to work, but as I told him, I said, I'm not opposed to surgery.
He's going to make you go pay for medicine and then make you pay for surgery.
Well, that's why we decided to do it, because we already met, our deductible.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like,
oh,
hey,
yeah, you're good.
Let's go ahead and hit this up. I should have done it last year.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, we're going to do it this year. And
don't you love that when you meet your deductible and you're like, hey, I'm going to go get some free shit done?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, because the damage has already been done to my wallet. So, yeah, let's get everything we can get.
Right.
But I should have done it last year, but I didn't. So I'm actually hoping the surgery, but I'm hoping maybe in like a couple months I'll be a new person.
Dude, that is exciting, right?
So, and
after a decade of just like struggling and not doing anything about it.
I anticipate I will sleep for like 2 days straight whenever this gets done. Like whenever I can finally breathe through my nose, I feel like I will sleep for 2 days straight.
That's awesome.
So anyway, that's been my day. I found out I got a effed up nose.
Crazy.
So,
but hey, resting is always
full
good,
validation
right?
to my wife, who's been hating on me forever about my nose and snoring.
Hey, we all get that.
So, got a doctor's
You're
note
not alone.
basically saying, "Dear, you are right. I'm sorry.
That's
Getting
funny.
corrected soon." So I may sound different. I may look different. I'm
Wow.
I'm gonna be a new man.
Crazy.
Be a new man. Like when I got my
New truck, new nose.
New truck, new nose. You might get that Michael Jackson nose. Look out.
Please don't.
Oh
That's
man.
good.
But
Good stuff.
but the reason why we're here, the reason why we get here every week
Yeah.
is to drink a tasty beverage.
Yes, sir.
I think you're on deck today. You're
You
up
ready?
to bat. Yeah.
I'm up to bat.
What we rocking?
All right, Chuck. I brought back an old favorite of mine. It's been a while. This is one of my faves. I started drinking this back in the day, man. Like
This might have been one of the.
I don't even know. Like,
This
one of
might
my
have been
first
one of
craft
the.
beers,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
about to say probably one of the first ones I remember
For
seeing
sure.
you bringing around.
And it was my brother-in-law that introed me to this beer way back. Anyways, I'm talking about Magic Hat Brewing Company, and they are out of South Burlington, Vermont. Magic Hat Brewing Company, and I brought in their most popular beer to date. It's the Magic Hat number 9. It's a pale ale. It's an American pale ale. It comes in at 5.1% ABV, 20 IBU. So it's not bitter at all, Chuck.
Yeah.
So you'll be happy to hear that and taste that, honestly. So real quick.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite beers. Definitely a good intro beer to craft beer if you're looking to get into tasting some craft beers and just kind of diving into that whole
If you want to get your toes
craft
wet,
beer
this
market.
is when to do it.
Yeah, this is one of the good ones. It's a beer cloaked in secrecy. It's an ale whose mysterious and unusual palate will swirl across your tongue and ask more than it answers. A sort of dry, crisp, refreshing, not quite pale ale. Number 9 is really impossible to describe because there's never been anything else quite like it. Our secret ingredient introduces a most unusual aroma profile which is balanced with a residual sweetness. Our gateway beer, number 9, is very accessible, appealing to a broad range of palates. It's brewed with pale and crystal malts and Apollo and Cascade hops.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All
Are
right.
you ready?
I'm ready.
I've had this sucker.
It's
good.
It's been a long, long time,
Cheers, brother.
but oh so delightful.
What do you
Very tasty. Oh yeah,
You like it?
yeah. No, it's like I said, it's not bitter at all. I mean, really, as far as craft beer goes, this is probably one of the smoother, easy, probably as close as you might get to your Coors Light, your Miller Lite.
No, you're right. Totally. One of the other things, similar to Coors Original, they have little sayings under the caps.
What did yours say? 'Cause I got mine.
Mine says just relax and read the caps.
Perfect. And I feel like mine, I'm taking this as it refers to my fantasy football
Okay.
this season,
Yeah.
the first 2 weeks. My cap says, it's good to be king.
Oh, nice. Isn't it
Boom.
funny how those are so fitting sometimes,
Boom!
right?
This is like a much better version of a fortune cookie. And I understand what it's saying. It's not
There's
vague.
happiness at the bottom of the bottle. there,
That's
sir.
right. That's right. There's always happiness at the bottom of the bottle.
Nice. So yeah, shout out to Magic Hat. Solid
good.
brewery, dude.
Very
Yeah,
good.
really good beer. It's a popular beer. Like I said, if
You
you're
can take
looking-
down quite a few of these.
Oh
Easy.
yeah, for
Easy.
sure. 5.1%. It's a good session, just kind
They'll
of hanging
make
out
you
type
feel
beer.
good.
It's good stuff. All right, you want to dive into fresh tracks?
We
As always.
got our music with our drink.
Yeah, dude. All right, so this week I'm featuring Camp, and that is CAAMP. That's a band that I have recently discovered.
Real quick. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Does that stand for anything, or is that just?
No, that's
Okay,
it.
that's
Camp.
okay.
That's just how they spell it.
All right,
CAAMP.
I'm with it.
Just trying to be different, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, you gotta stand out. I'm just checking.
Yeah, hey. I dig it. I mean, hey. Camp. I don't know. I don't know if that's how you say it or what, but solid band. It's a couple of guys. And my brother actually introed me to this band.
Nice.
And I really, really like them. They're really good, and they're actually coming to Dallas in October. So I'm hoping to go to that show with my brother again. We're going to go to another show.
Nice. There you go. So what kind of style would you say they are?
But they just came out with a new album. So the style, man, okay. You just put me on the spot.
I did. Well, I
What
mean,
was
are we
that
talking
band?
country?
No, it's like Americana. Yeah, kind of like not really country, but like Americana, Mumford Sons type thing.
Okay. Well, that's what I was kind of like.
Um,
What are we listening to? Rock? I was just trying to get a vibe of what we're listening to.
No,
We're listening
there's
to
a banjo.
rock, rap.
No, there's a banjo.
Banjo.
Yeah, banjo and guitar. Acoustic.
Do they got a fiddle in the band?
No, there's not a fiddle in
Hey,
the band.
if you're going to play in Texas, gotta have that fiddle in the band.
I like that. And I don't disagree.
Zing.
Man, but there's a band that they do really sound similar, similar to.
But you don't remember what it is.
Yeah,
it's
hold
on
on.
the tip of your tongue.
Ho.
It'll come back to
Hey, you know that song Ho Hey? Got really
you.
popular.
Yes, I do know.
Hold on,
Oh my gosh!
Just let me
Now
look it
you got it on the tip of my tongue. Well, I thought that was maybe I'm thinking. I'm
You know who it is.
No, I'm completely confused because in my head, stuck in my head now is Mumford and Sons. That's what's in my head. So you blew it.
Lumineers.
Lumineers. Okay.
Very
Got you.
Lumineers-like.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay.
Similar to like Lumineers, but better, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, I really like this band.
Which
they're-
sidetrack? I think Lumineers just came out with one too.
They did, yeah.
So
they did.
okay.
So maybe go listen to both of those, honestly.
And compare.
Yeah. But they just came out with a new album. It's really good, and a lot of their older stuff is really good too. They got some good like session like those sessions that you see on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's one that's called the Gaslight Sessions. It's really good. So, anyways, go check out Camp, CAAMP. Solid band. I really like it. Shout out to my brother. He recommended it, and yeah.
What else you got?
It's good tunes. That's it.
That's it,
man.
All right, one feature.
Keeping it easy.
One beer, one
beer,
band.
one band. Yeah.
One beer, one band.
That's right.
All right, we're getting into the meat now. We're getting right into the meat. If you have been listening to us since the beginning, one of our very first episodes, we talked about the Juul, which is a e-cigarette, vape, cigarette
device.
alternative. Yeah, vaping device.
Yeah.
It's small, compact. You can now get them at gas stations and stores, blah, blah, blah. But here recently, back then we talked about them getting in trouble.
It's a device that ultimately helps people kick cigarettes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the idea. That's how they pitch it.
That's what all the vaping things are pitched as, is to help you get off cigarettes, which they do, by the way.
Yeah.
But when we did the Juul back then, it was because they had gotten in trouble for their marketing and all that and regulations.
That's right.
Now, vaping has exploded the last couple of weeks to where it's like a thing. Like it's causing.
Well, not the past couple of weeks. I mean, you mean vaping in general?
Well, no, I mean the coverage, news coverage, articles,
yeah.
And it's now, in my opinion, it's like mass paranoia.
Yeah.
All these people are dying in the hospital, respiratory issues, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Due to vaping.
Yes.
And that's the headline. It's just vaping.
Yes. And when you read the articles, they don't ever mention what devices. Mm-hmm. They don't ever mention what
the
they just say, they were on e-cigarettes, they were vaping.
Right.
This is all because of vaping.
Right.
And people are freaking out about it. Even so,
freaking media.
To put things in perspective, me and Cody have both admitted that we have used Juuls.
Yeah.
I've recently bumped my game up to a different device. A little bit more. Basically, I wanted to refill my juice, so now I got a little bit different device than what Cody has.
Yeah.
But Cody has a Juul. I have a different one. Vapes all the same, but they're legitimate company vapes. They use legitimate oils or e-juice or whatever, Nick salts, whatever you call it.
Right.
But anyway, even my wife, I came home one day and she's like, "You're done. You're done. People are dying." And I was like, "Yeah, you need to." Yeah. People need to do their research. Yeah. This is one of those things we've talked about before where you read a headline and that's all you read.
And I'm pretty bad about it,
and
man.
You run with it.
Yeah. And that's how they get you, dude. Everybody's thumbing through everything on their social media accounts. And they're just thumbing through.
I'm a natural skeptic anyway. If someone tells me anything, I'm always like, nah. And so if I read a headline, I have to click it and read it. And then I find out if it's bullshit or not. And I want to tell, and I think you have some recent new information that came out. Mm-hmm. But before you read that, I just want to say, I think this one is a load of media hypocrisy and just spreading not known knowledge.
Trash.
Yeah. Because really what it comes down to is that when you really start digging these stories and finding more information out, first of all, red flag is everyone who's in the hospital and sick is teenagers. Yeah. And they're trying, underage. No, what the teenagers are getting a hold of it, but what they're doing is they're, they're either smoking out of modified devices or devices they bought off the street or e-liquids they bought off the street. Yeah. Or they're smoking stuff that has THC in it, which is, of course, marijuana. That's the drug part. That's not your CBD, which is fine. The THC is the stuff they test for.
Stuff that gets you high.
Right. That's so they're smoking THC based oils and stuff. Right. And that is where the trouble is. Right. Is that
the actual trouble?
Yes. Yeah. The real problem is So to sum it up, people are smoking THC, which is not regulated. Mm-hmm. It's in some states I think it is.
But that market is not regulated.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot on what you're getting basically. And then two, people are either just buying or making their own oils or modifying or buying devices off the street, not from a manufacturer, not from
there's a black market.
It's basically a black market street vaping, I
Right.
guess is a way
Right.
to put it.
And that's what underage kids are getting a
Yeah.
hold of because they can't legally go buy this in like a gas station or something like that.
Go ahead and read what you found today.
So
or does that come out today? Or
no, this is a while ago, but it's just a headline. It says, this is USA Today. After criticism, CDC gives clear vaping warning. It says avoid THC, e-cigs, bought off the street, in quotes. So
that is all your keywords. THC,
and off the street,
e-cigs,
anything off the street,
off the streets. And here's another small thing that I don't think a lot of people are realizing also, and why it's teenagers that are ending up in hospitals, and why it's tied to vaping. Because if I remember the articles and everything, and my understanding is correct, THC is a felony. Having possession of like THC liquid or whatever is a class
very
felony.
dangerous. Yeah.
And so when these kids get sick and go in the hospital, they're scared to admit that they had THC oil.
Yes.
And so they're just straight up saying vaping. Or anyone who knows them and seen them, they just think they see the cloud with the device and they think, oh, they're just vaping.
Yeah.
But they're vaping the THC, and they don't want to admit to it because of the ramifications and the punishment they'll get. So they just get in the hospital like, oh yeah, smoke e-cigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not near as much trouble as if you admit to your parents and to the doctors that, oh yeah, I've been packing illegal felony charged THC stuff.
Yeah, it's clear there was a bad batch somewhere, and then it got out to the streets, and that's where all these kids or whoever it was picked it up. And
well, just buying like drugs that are laced and stuff like that. Same concept as you're buying unknown product from unknown people
off the street. You don't know what it is,
and then that's why that's the biggest red flag to me was the age.
Totally.
Like the average age of these people in the hospital, or whatever, is like 17 or 19. I can't remember, but it's late teenagers.
Right.
Red flag.
Yeah.
I mean, how many adult 20, 30s or older have been vaping for years, and now all of a sudden it's a problem?
Yeah.
It's weird, and we're still only talking like 400 cases,
right.
as opposed to drunk driving, real cigarette
millions.
deaths,
the millions
cancer.
of actual cigarette cancer-causing deaths.
So there's a lot of misinformation out there, and just again, as I always like to do, remind you, if you see a headline and it sounds a little sketchy or you see a red flag, just dig a little deeper, because I immediately shut down my wife. I was like, no, seriously. And even I've noticed, like, you go on the comments on those articles, and it's like everyone's like, this is not factual.
Right.
Like, this is not correct. You're not. Another red flag, they're not listing any devices.
Yeah.
If it was, they would come out and say it's the Juul that's doing it, but they're not.
Simply saying vaping.
Yeah, they're just saying because it's a mass scare. Now it's getting into policies and presidents getting involved in all this. It's getting government political.
It gets clicks.
And now the media's jumping onto it. So this is why, this is everything I don't like about it, and I'll just leave it at that. But anyway.
In no way are we advocating for vaping right now, but, I mean, it's trending right now, and
I'm just saying
it's telling
if
as
you
far
smoke
as
cigarettes, I will vouch to say vape. I think vaping is better,
totally.
and I haven't smoked cigarettes in a long time, but I vape, and that's fine.
Yeah,
and I've never felt weird or had any sickness or nothing.
Yeah.
And just again, make sure you're buying quality products from known manufacturers, from legit stores or distributors,
retailers.
Yeah. Don't be buying homemade stuff out of a garage or hey, online. I know a guy on the corner, or buying stuff off eBay. Like, same as anything, just be common sense. Come on, and just don't bite the headlines. Like,
it gets clicks, though. I mean, that's what it is.
It's all
and
about
that's
clicks.
Why they're only saying vaping.
And I want you to click Modern Dude Chat on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, now
let's go. Moving on.
Yeah, we move. I just want.
It's crazy.
We want to bring that because it's a big deal,
huge
and
story.
we participate. And I just want to. We just want to set the record straight. Just do your research.
Yeah.
It's paranoia.
Yeah, and not only that, Juul, the company Juul, Juul, they put out a statement. I think it was either yesterday or the day before, commenting on all of this, and just reiterating that they produce all of their products in a quality environment with numerous quality checks, blah, blah, blah. So now you're starting to see companies come out with like statements in regards to this mass like trending.
And here's the other red
thing
flag.
that's going
This
on.
is the political part. I'm just going to mention this so we can move on.
Yeah.
Is that so? The president has came out and said, but all the policy lawmakers and government, they're saying we're going to do away with flavors except tobacco. So
Right.
basically, what they're saying is it's okay
Still
to vape.
vaping.
We're just going to take the fun fruit punch flavors out. You can still smoke tobacco or menthol flavors, but so it's like it's an image thing.
Yeah.
I think.
No, totally. That's
So,
all it is.
It's stupid. Is
All
what
the
it is.
time. Yeah,
But,
that's all it is all the time.
But anyway, I think we said enough about it. But it's just so dumb and so mind numbing sometimes the stuff that's put out there, and that people accept and believe. But anyway, we're always streaming's a big thing for both of us. We love getting our stream on.
Yeah.
And we have hammered down on Disney Plus. We've talked about Apple whatevers.
Yeah.
Whatever they're coming out with. We're big on Netflix. We're big on all that.
Yeah.
And now, like we've mentioned before, and you've probably heard elsewhere, like all the media companies are getting into it.
The 2019 is a huge year for streaming.
And
everybody's coming out with a streaming platform.
And they've announced it. So, like, the end of 19 and 2020 is going to be like the year of streaming platforms.
yeah,
right?
totally.
And today, a new one was just announced, and that's from NBC. And they're calling theirs the Peacock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's their logo,
Yeah.
but
And we knew this was coming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and so and
They've hinted.
so some of the content they're going to provide, which this is another hit against Netflix, which we've talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to do some originals, some reboots. Battlestar Galactica, if you're into that, they're going to reboot that. Dr. Death, which is a popular podcast. There's a podcast out there called
cool.
Dr. Death. It's like just a limited series type thing. They're doing a series based off that. Brave New World. And then also your classic comedies from NBC, including Parks and Rec and The Office. So they've been on Netflix.
Yeah.
They're getting pulled off Netflix and they're going to be on the Peacock.
Yeah. That was a big story.
Yes, that was
a few
a big
months
deal.
ago.
The
Yeah.
Office and Parks and Rec will run exclusively on the Peacock. In addition to that, you'll get 30 Rock, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Cheers, Everybody Loves Raymond,
Wow.
Frasier, Will and Grace, King of Queens, Married with Children, and Saturday Night Live. So that's some of the classic stuff. They also you'll get new original comedies from NBC talent such as Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Lorne Michaels, which he's the creator of SNL.
Yeah.
Ed Helms, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Rashida Jones. And then you'll also get original movies from Universal, Focus Features, DreamWorks Animation, and then a couple reboots, one of which was trending all day today with Punky Brewster and Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Is getting a reboot. And
scary, but yes.
So I'm just going to read this description they came out with
Oh,
because
please don't ruin it.
No, here you go.
I hope they don't ruin
This is
it.
like so great, like in like a cheesy, crazy way. So first of all, so here it is. Here's the official description. When California Governor Zach Morris, yeah, you heard that correct.
That's
California Governor Zach Morris gets in
Preppy.
Preppy gets in a hot water for closing too many low-income high schools. He proposes they send the affected students to the highest performing schools in the state, including Bayside High. The influx of new students gives the overprivileged Bayside kids a much-needed and hilarious dose of reality. It's also going to feature cast members Elizabeth Berkley and Mario Lopez returning as Jesse Spano and AC Slater, this time as parents.
Wow.
So,
Like married parents?
I don't know. It just as a parents. I don't know if they worked it out or not. So, but yeah. So
She got off those
reboot,
caffeine pills.
Yeah, I'm so excited. That is like one of my favorite parts.
I know. That's why I said it.
I joke about that all the dang time. Like that is like a running joke at our house. The caffeine pills. Because that's what she was abusing and ODing on was caffeine pills back in the day.
Oh, good stuff.
But yeah, so another streaming service coming through NBC, and you're going to see this. I guarantee you, from if they haven't already, the rest of the top media companies are going to do it too.
Yeah.
And that's why I say Netflix is going to be in a bad way if they don't.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Somebody has to be the first guy to go out and do it.
Well,
and that's
and they get you usually get that run, and then eventually the world catches up.
Yeah,
they were the experiment, and now everyone's like, yeah, okay, and now they're going to knock it out of the park.
I think Netflix will survive, though. I mean, they produce a lot of really good originals.
They've already evolved once. Yeah, like they were a rental company before.
True. Yeah, so, similar to Blockbuster.
They can evolve, but their content, man, it's getting purged. Like
it is
getting pulled away from them.
That only means that they've got to step it up and create
the
awesome
biggest problem to me is
originals. Speaking of, what you've been watching this weekend?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's a good segue. Sorry, I didn't know where you were going, but I just wanted.
No, yeah, I will get. Yes.
You want to go back to that?
Yes, okay. I'm going to come back to that in just a second.
Okay.
What I was saying was, Netflix's problem is that the problem they have is, in relative terms, they're popular, but they're still a small media company.
Yeah.
And now they're going up against big dogs who can afford to offer more content at a lower price.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to get them. Like Disney and all these are coming out at $6 each. Netflix is charging $16, and you're not getting as much content.
And I think this will push Netflix to reduce their price per month. I mean, they have to.
Yeah,
right?
but then
to compete,
they're
going to have to.
They're going to have to
because now they're not offering Disney or NBC type content.
Yeah, but it could affect what they put out there. Which the stuff they do put out there is fantastic. Which after years of being in my ear, and here recently, especially Cody and my father, I'm finally on board. In my lazy weekend, I have been binge watching Peaky Blinders.
Heck yes, dude.
And I'm in season 2 now, and it is as good as everyone said it was. And the best part is, I know it gets better. I don't know what happens, but I know it's one of those shows, like, if you get through the first season, it just gets better from there.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm through the first season. Now I can't get enough. Like I already told you, I'm already doing the math, seeing if I can get an episode in before I go to sleep tonight. So like I legit like started watching it on Thursday or Friday, and I finished it Sunday night.
Dude, hands down, one of my favorite shows.
It's really good. Like I'm really into it.
Like up there, top 3, no joke.
Nice. So,
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. So I'm finally on board. I'm getting into it. My father is so proud of me. He's so proud of me.
If Netflix can continue to produce content like that, though, they'll be all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and stuff like Stranger Things. I mean,
yeah, we talked about that too.
Shoot,
and Narcos. I mean, they got good shows. It's just their price point just keeps climbing.
Yeah, but you got to compete. So I mean, I just don't see them surviving at the $16 mark.
No, that's the thing.
You know?
Price versus what's offered versus what else is out there.
They're going to come down. They've got to.
So now it's time to jump to the one thing that has prevented me from cutting the cord entirely.
Ooh.
And that's sports.
Hey, that's right.
I love my sports.
I still have my cord.
And I don't trust I still don't fully trust the streaming.
Dude, I'm right there with you, Chuck. I'm right there.
So
I don't even trust Hulu, and they are just throwing it out there. They have live sports now.
Well, I was complaining about that. So I did not get a cool deal on Sunday Ticket like I thought I did. So I didn't have it this past week, and I was texting another friend, and so I didn't have Red Zone channel. He's like, "Oh yeah, PS View." I signed up for PS View because you get Red Zone channel.
What the heck is PS View?
It's another, and I've heard about this.
What?
Apparently, it's one of the top live TV services.
Really,
it's PlayStation.
Similar to like Hulu.
It's yes. It's PlayStation, but you don't need a PlayStation to watch it now.
What?
It's basically Sony's TV streaming.
Wow.
And it's got live TV, and it actually has one of probably the better packages of total channels out there.
Interesting.
And it's like $50, I think he said.
Oh.
And you get Red Zone.
$50 annual or
well, that's monthly.
Ooh.
So, but you get all the popular channels and you get Red Zone. So
really,
that's that.
They get you on the Red Zone.
Yes,
that's where they get you.
Yeah. So
interesting. I haven't heard of that yet.
So anyway, I was not getting to watch as many sports as I normally do. But luckily, hey, here's YouTube coming in strong. Tip to all your sports people out there, especially football. There's I think NFL actually does one now. They pretty much put you can watch an entire game in like 12 to 15 minutes.
Wow.
They pretty much cut out all the commercials, all the standing around, all the pre-snap, and you get like all the positive yardage.
So
plays
timeout. Okay, just
plays.
positive. Okay, big plays.
Well, yeah, you don't get
not all the plays.
No, not all the plays.
Yeah.
It's seriously you get.
So they cut out penalties more than likely.
Yeah, a lot of penalties.
All that.
All the other stuff. And you're just seeing play after play after play,
Wow.
and there's no like over talking. Like they're playing the audio from the game. Like it's legit. Just the game is cut down to the best 12 to 15 minutes.
Just 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Really?
So that's usually how I get. Even on games I don't watch the full thing, but I know it's crazy. I'll get on YouTube and you can watch the whole day in like an hour or so.
Holy crap!
You know, all the big ones. So anyway,
yeah.
tip out there if you really want to catch everything, YouTube, you can find actually YouTube legit channels where they just cut the game down.
What are some of those channels like?
Well,
like actual NFL.com
I
or
think
what?
NFL
or ESPN?
I think the NFL channel actually does it. I'll pull it up right now and see.
That's impressive.
And there's a few other ones out there, too.
Props to them for hopping on that because YouTube is, I mean, that is a service that is already booming and everybody's on that platform.
So so it is the NFL channel on YouTube.
Wow.
And like this one is Browns versus Jets Week 2 highlights is what it's called. Browns versus Jets Week 2 highlights.
Okay.
And it's 11 minutes long.
Wow.
And like if you watch it, like I said, it's not like Sports Center where they're showing video and like talking over it. It's just show.
So I see what you're saying now. I've watched some of this. I've watched
show the production.
Yeah,
like what you see on TV, but it's just cut down.
Yeah. So like Premier League games are similar. If I miss a game, I'll go on YouTube and watch something similar to that, just the highlights, and it's a good 10 minutes long at least.
Yeah, you get the gist. All the important stuff from the game without watching the whole 3 hours.
Yeah, okay.
With all the fluff and stuff. So, anyway, that's tip out there on YouTube. That's what I've started doing. Because I'm looking at these Week 2 highlights right now because I haven't got to watch all of them yet. And 10 minutes.
You haven't got to watch those games that you picked and
13 minutes.
Actually lost?
Yes. Yeah, and that's where we're going. So, Cody has pulled ahead.
Yes, sir.
He is now
I'm only one game ahead, right?
Yeah, you're one game ahead. We're no longer tied. 6-2 versus my 5-3. Cody won the. Your loss came on Thursday night, so before the episode even dropped, you were down a loss.
Yeah.
The Bucks somehow beat the Panthers 20-14.
That was stupid.
That was a stupid game to watch.
That was a dumb game to watch for sure.
But it's because Cam's hurt.
Yeah.
Which is a theme throughout this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And then you caught wins. We both got the Patriots over the Dolphins, which was 43-0, so that was an easy pick.
Duh. And I sat AB on my bench.
Yeah, you still won, though. So
I know. I still won.
I was hoping you'd lose just for payback. Because
and you text me, and you're like, you're an idiot for sitting AB. And I was like, dude, I didn't want to pull the trigger too soon.
Luckily, he didn't ball out hard, but just the fact that I was checking the scores, I noticed it was going to be close in your game.
Oh, I know.
And you had AB on the bench.
Trust me, I was sweating. I'm not going to lie.
It's just he's just one of those guys, if he's playing, you play him.
Yeah, I know.
Because once he touches the field, he's a beast. It's just he has to get on the field.
Right.
And then so you got a Patriots win, and you called the Bills versus Giants.
Yes, sir,
good.
man.
And interesting, the Giants just came out today and said Eli's not going to be the starter this week. So the rookie Daniel Jones is going in. But the Bills are like sneaky good.
I saw,
they're sneaky good.
Josh Allen, man.
Yeah.
I saw, was it a tweet or an Instagram or a Facebook post that you did today about Eli? It was Facebook.
It was today. It was Facebook. Yeah, so great.
That was hilarious.
It
made me laugh out loud. Literally.
That was on my personal page too. I might just send that picture back out.
Share that in Instagram story or something.
Yeah, I will. Because it actually came from Barstool, I think.
Yeah, it did.
But the picture is so funny because Eli's known for dumb face, and I don't like Eli Manning, but I love Eli Manning dumb face. And if he's not playing, I'm gonna miss it. It's kind of a sad deal. So
not only that, you even mentioned he or Barstool did more MVPs than
Oh no,
his
that was
brother.
me. That was
you.
That was
yeah.
my comment.
Great comment, by the way.
One of my friends is like a Peyton Manning fan, and I always like
This
to troll
dumb face
him.
guy has more MVPs than his brother.
Yes. So Eli's like the best Manning because he has more Super Bowl. He has the same Super Bowls as Peyton.
Right.
But Eli has more Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah.
And I always rooted for Eli to get another one just because I always wanted Eli to retire with more Super Bowls than Peyton Manning.
Right.
And that's the kind of person I am. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's
great.
the kind of person I am.
Great. I love the Mannings though. Dude.
Well,
They're great.
okay, sure.
I do.
Yeah.
Peyton's great.
All
Come
right.
on.
His commercials are funny,
His commercial. That's what I mean. Like, anyways,
I guess.
moving on.
So where I took my L's on the.
I can tell you if you don't know because I was watching this.
Oh
one.
no, I know where I
They
took
were.
them.
They were. There was two
No,
really close games.
I picked the Vikings to upset the Packers. I lost that one 21-16. And then I also picked the Titans to beat the Colts, with the Colts pulled out the upset 19-17. And then I also picked the Texans, who squeaked it out against the Jaguars, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Texans have to do that against a Jags team without Nick Foles. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, just to throw it in there because we're in Dallas, the boys cruised through another win, looking impressive.
Yes, sir.
And then just, dude, slew of injuries, fantasy related and whatnot. Quarterbacks dropping like flies. Sam Darnold got mono. Big Ben hurt his elbow. He's actually having Tommy John surgery.
Oh wow.
Breeze messed up his hand or his thumb or something.
Thumb. Yeah. Thumb.
Foles has been out with a collarbone. Cam has something with his foot and he just ain't right. And then Eli got benched because of poor performance.
Yeah.
So
Did you see the Jets' performance last night?
Yeah,
Their QB went down.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that the ankle?
Yes, I did.
It looked like it
Yeah.
broke.
Oh,
But then
yeah,
he was
no.
walking on that shit.
He walked it off, but it did break.
Okay,
He walked
that's what I
off a
thought.
broken leg. Yeah.
I was like, man, props to that guy because that
So,
ankle definitely broke.
So yeah, that's where we're at. I got to start squeezing some W's in because we still got to figure out a punishment. We talked about it last time.
Oof.
We got one.
We got some good feedback.
We got some feedback. We need more
I don't
ideas.
like it, but
Cody doesn't like it because it was like a targeted.
I was
at
targeted.
Cody.
Yeah, I was
like it was
targeted.
personal. Like people are going after the beard, Cody.
I know.
Like if you lose, they want you to
I
lose your
know.
beard.
To me, I feel like the beard should only go to charity, like a really good cause.
Dude, that's personal. that's intense, man. I don't know.
But hey, if you know what, okay, Chuck,
We'll see. Let's get some more
if,
ideas.
if we get enough people to advocate for me cutting my beard off, if I lose, I'll do it.
See, but the problem is, it has to be like I love torturing you if I can get a chance, but it's got to be equal.
You know what's
I don't
funny?
know
Okay,
what mine would be.
if you lose, you don't have no surgery.
That's no, that's. I'm with you. I'm not signed up. I'm not signed up for that.
Okay, that's equivalent to me shaving my beard off. How funny
if
would
you
that
don't
be?
win this sports pick'em, you're gonna die in your sleep because I won't allow you to get no surgery.
Okay,
Take that, sucker.
Oh, that's great.
You got to get a CPAP machine instead. What an asshole.
Admit it. That's funny.
Oh, man, that's good stuff. So we need more
Anyways,
ideas.
yeah.
We need ideas.
We don't want Chuck to die.
So clipping the beard is in the mix, but we need some more ideas to
Yeah,
put a poll
yeah.
together. And
I like
see what we
it,
can
though.
do.
I like it.
And that's
It's
just
aggressive.
Cody-centric. I don't know what I can do.
I like it. It's aggressive.
So anyway, let's go ahead and move forward with our picks for this week.
Let's do it.
You're going to lead. I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
Cody.
Easy. Cowboys over Dolphins.
All right, you're going back on the Cowboys train.
Yeah.
All right.
Know it. I mean, why not
Okay.
on that one?
All right.
For
I ain't
sure.
mad at you. Do your thing. Do your thing.
I
I'm going to start sneaking some
I
W's
ain't
from
trying to
you,
get my beard shaved off. Packers over Bronx. I feel like that'll be a good one.
Okay.
Chiefs over Ravens.
Dude, that one's going to be close.
I know, but hey, my homie.
My homie.
He better not do some no-look bullshit. And then Niners over Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You trying to
Roethlisberger's out, so I feel like
you trying
it's
to
a
go
little
for
bull-
it.
Yeah, you know
Dude,
what I
this
mean?
week there's some good matchups. Like this week's a tough
I know
week
it was tough. It took me a
to
minute.
kind of pick. Especially like a lot of teams I should have picked this week, I picked last week.
Yeah.
Um
Or the week before. Is what
We-
you mean?
But yeah, well, I mean last week.
Oh yeah. I got you.
So here's what I got. So right off the bat, we're going head to head. One of us is getting a point, and one of us is not because I'm actually picking the Ravens to beat the Chiefs.
Ooh, okay.
So that's that's my surprise of the week.
Nice.
I am also going with the same Packers over the Broncos.
Okay, cool.
And then I went with I got the Seahawks beating the Saints because Breeze is out.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
And then I also got the Bears beating the Redskins on Monday night.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to make up a little ground here. Gonna make up a little ground. That's what I'm going for. So
I like it. This is gonna be a good week.
So yeah,
it's tough matchups.
Make it break. I hope not. It's only week 3. But anyway, that's the picture we're looking at. All right, to recap. So Cody's got the Cowboys, Packers, Chiefs, and Niners. Chuck's got the Ravens, Packers, Seahawks, and Bears. So I'm trying to make up some points. I want to see that beard come off.
I'm not going to say I want to see that nose not get fixed.
That's messed up.
I'm not that mean.
That's personal.
I just said I'm not going to say that. Hey, this beard is personal. What are you talking about?
Oh man, but yeah, send those ideas in, and as always, check us out on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Modern Dude Chat. If you're listening to this podcast, help us out. Give us a rating. Give us a review. Goes a long way. Help us grow this thing.
Yeah.
And, so that's at Modern Dude Chat. If you want to check us out personally or holler at us or tell us how dumb we are, I am at Modern Chuck.
Cody Murph, CODYMURF.
That's going to do it for this week. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.